So as usual, there is a lot going on in the news. We're going to break a few things down in terms of mortgages. My name is William Stringer. I'm a realtor.
And I'm Dean Garrett. I'm a mortgage broker.
And this is CUPPA and a Crash Course.
Cheers. We're excited today.
There it is. We're really excited. All right, mental note, don't keep it as full. And that was my fault. Yeah. So there's a lot going on in the news at the moment. We're looking at stuff that's going on down in the States, you know, the usual.
The world.
The days we live in, they just are busy news days. And, you know, one question I've got for you, Dean, is I feel that my clients, really, this does affect them. I think when you see, I mean, currently in the news, there's a war with America and Iran. Can hardly believe I'm saying that, but that's what's happening. Right. And I look at that, and I know it doesn't affect mortgage rates and housing things, but I know when my clients turn on the TV, that doesn't make you feel comfortable and happy for most people. Right. That just, you know, whatever your political stance is, for it or against it, it's a war. It doesn't. It equals unsettled, not settled. Instability versus stability. So I feel it affects my clients. I would really love to know how you feel from your perspective with finances and mortgages.
Right. Well, of course, we're all hearing what's going on. We're watching it. And what I've noticed is that it's not part of our business conversation. People bring it up a little bit, but when it comes down to what you're doing, what you need to do to buy a house, or if you're relocating or downsizing, upsizing, those things are not influenced by what's on the news.
Yeah.
Right? And it is foreign affairs, right? This is halfway around the world, and we all hope and pray that we don't end up in a position where it affects us here. But I think that it's about feelings. And one thing I've noticed is that sellers are listing their homes.
They are?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Last week was a big list, and
we'll show this. This is our tour sheet. It's Tuesday morning right now. Yeah. This is our coffee-covered tour sheet.
Coffee and some tour sheets.
So every week on Tuesdays we meet up. We all go around all the new listings for all the page in the Comox Valley.
Right.
And that's quite a long tour sheet. In December there might be one or two. In January there might only be one on there. And so what we're seeing now, we're into March. We're into the meteorological spring. The clocks have gone forward. We're seeing daffodils. Have you seen daffodils this week?
I was looking for bulbs coming up.
Yeah,
that's right. But then again, if they were up, it got gold last night, right?
Well, we had a bit of snow last night, but we are seeing real signs of spring and warmth. And it's funny, we are still creatures of habit. People do list their house when they start to feel warm. So Dean is right. We are seeing there we go. We are seeing an increase in listings and buyers. How are you seeing things from your end at the moment?
Oh, it's the same. Buyers are curious too. They're making their calls. They want that pre-approval started so that they can start the process of looking at their move, right?
Yeah.
And spring, it's natural. It's nice to move into a place before the summer starts, get into your school catchment area for the next school season. So it's a process, right? And it's just March is usually when that process starts for a lot of people who want to close near the end of the school year so they can get into their new neighborhoods and things like that. It's about your needs for shelter, right?
100%.
Make it work, closer to work, out, or maybe get further away from town, or whatever your needs are. You end up with your own reasons why you're doing what you're doing, right?
And I was looking into the Gregorian calendar, and actually if you go back to the early Roman times, we didn't have January and February in the calendar. What? I know, actually the total amount of days we had didn't even line up with the amount of days it took for the sun or the earth to go around the sun. Wow. And what they actually did was they said, I think approximately halfway through December, when the days are at their shortest, and it's generally on a downward spiral, to when you've got all these animals starting to hibernate, the humans went into a hibernation of sorts. They just didn't count that in the calendar. Imagine if it didn't count as a calendar for you. You'd still have to work and earn a crust, but it was more of a relaxing time when less was expected. It was more reflective. And I honestly think, looking back at our ancestors, wherever they may be from, I imagine a lot of them did have this kind of slight hibernation thought. When the weather gets cold, you do stay in, do batten down the hatches. Yeah. And I think that does affect it. And then when we hit March, particularly April, that was always part of the calendar. That was traditionally part of the new year. Right. And then suddenly we wake up and it's like all guns are blazing. We are ready to go and ready to move. So,
especially in our regional north of the world, right? Canada gets cold in the winter.
100%.
It's difficult to move from any of the eastern provinces, Quebec, Ontario, Winnipeg, and pack up in the middle of December and move. It just stops. So there is this pressure gets built, and I don't think that the global news is going to affect that. And what is a person to do then? Do you wait another year, 2 years? We don't know the future.
You always say about your own economy, which I always love. We look at the country. We've got gas prices at the moment.
I tell you, there's a lot of people who wanted to buy in the last couple of years, and the numbers just didn't work. And they would have worked 3 years earlier or 2 years earlier. Those numbers would have worked. So the market is constantly moving. So, and it really comes down to your own needs, and you have to decide what you can do and if you can do it, right? And that's what we're for. That's how we help. And it's a great joy to pick up the phone to start somebody's new adventure about how they want to change their lives, because there's nothing as effective as a move.
Absolutely. Right? And certainly not in springtime. So thanks very much. That's your little bit of a dose of wiseness. Hold on to your what do you hold on to? Your battens? No, hatches?
Yeah.
No.
Anyway. You don't have to batten the hatches, that's for sure.
You don't have to batten the hatches.
Open it up. Springtime.
It's okay. It's spring. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching.
Where can we find you?
Oh at William Stringer, just about everywhere. I haven't posted much recently. I've not been too well. What about you?
I'm at Mortgage Minder, or dean@mortgageminder.ca is my email, and mortgageminder.ca is my website.
Thanks very much. We'll catch you in a couple of weeks for another episode of CUPPA and a crash course.
Crash course.
He didn't spill it that time.